Guys, welcome back to this channel. So this is the part 2 of our series to write a research paper in a day. We are getting to the deadline. Are you also in that situation where you are approaching a deadline and you do not know what to do? Maybe you want to submit your research paper tomorrow or today, you actually stuck, you do not know what to do. So welcome to this channel. My name is Humanizing and I am going to take you on the series on how to write your research paper in a day. So this is part 2 of the video, writing your research paper in a day. So in part 1, what we did, I took you step by step on how to refine your research topic and how to write your research introductions. Also, we went to write your research questions, your research objectives, and how to access the articles that are based on your research topic on Google Scholar and other research libraries. And then I gave you step by step the structures and secret tools that you are going to use to write your research. So we are in an AI era, so I'm going to show you how you are going to refine that literature review and make it sound a professional, like a PhD student who wrote it, while you used my secret tool. So if you're new here, just like this video in advance, and if you missed part 1, I am going to put the link up here so you can go and check it out. So let me just go and recap on what we did in part 1. So first of all, what we did, we went to ChatGPT. If you do not have a ChatGPT account yet and you just tuned in, so go to ChatGPT and create your account. So what we did, we went to ChatGPT and ChatGPT has created our research topic, right? So this is the structure that ChatGPT gave us. It gave us an outline how we are going to go step by step to create our research paper. So we got our outline where we have to create our title. If you have already your research topic, that is okay, but if you are still stuck in one of the steps of writing your research, it's okay as well. So you have to tune in, because we are going step by step until you are done writing that research paper and until you are ready to submit. So do not go away until the end of this video. So the structure that we are following first is the research title. So if you have already your research title, that's okay. So we have written our research abstract already, and we have generated our introduction and research questions, our research objectives, right? And now I am going to recap on what we did. So far in this series, we have generated our abstract, your research abstract. So as I said, that we do not have enough time. Writing a research paper in a day is not impossible, and also it needs your focus as well. It needs your focus, so please follow along. If you are stuck in any of the step of writing your research paper, follow along. So we have written our abstract, we have written our introductions, and our main research questions have been written, and our research objectives. So in part 1, we also generated our literature review, and right now we are still refining our literature review. So what did we do? First of all, we went to ChatGPT, and then we gave ChatGPT our prompt, and we told her or him, I don't know if ChatGPT is a woman or a male, but we asked ChatGPT to generate our research topic based on the qualification that we are doing. So I will put my prompt here so you can use them to go and generate also your research topics, and use my prompting in order to generate correct research paper and get correct responses that are professionally aligned with the university structure and concept. So what are we going to do? We used first of all, I showed you how to use ChatGPT. Secondly, we used DeepSeek to generate our introduction, our abstract, our abstract, our introduction, our research questions, and our research objectives. And then we used ChatGPT to summarize our articles that we got from Google Scholar and Searchlight. ChatGPT has summarized all those articles. My suggestion was to go and look for 15 articles that aligned well with your topic and give them to ChatGPT to summarize for you. And what we have done after ChatGPT has summarized for us, we took the same topic that we are creating our research with, we put it in a Lovecast. So let me show you the steps. So first of all, you go to Google Scholar, right? If it is Google Scholar that you are using, Google Scholar, or any search libraries from your school, and then you are going to copy your research topic, right? Your research topic, copy and paste it there in Google Scholar, right? So you are going to get these articles that aligned with your research topic, and you press on cite, right? You are going to get what? The references. Make sure you select a citation that your university has requested to cite your paper with. In my case, I am going to take the APA referencing style. Some of the university ask for Harvard style, right? So you copy this reference and somewhere in your Word document you paste it there. So that's what we did. So we pasted our references there. So once you have generated like about 15 of your references from either Google Scholar or from your research libraries based on the article that you want to read. So make sure these are like, our research is based on the articles that have been published. Remember that your research topic has to answer a research gap. You understand? So you have to answer a gap, a current research gap, and you are not going to get a gap if you did not get it from real articles. Even though we are using AI right now, but we have to sound professional. You understand? So once you have gathered all your research, what are we going to do? You take this reference that you have copied from your either Google Scholar or your other research library, and then you go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT, you are a researcher and you are writing your final dissertation paper. Please access this article and summarize it for me and demonstrate the research gap in this article. So you put your inverted commas there and then you paste that research title. So what ChatGPT is going to do, ChatGPT is going to access that article and give you a summary. So you do not have to go, like, you can download that paper of course, but if you do not have time, like we are writing our research paper in one day, so you do not have time to start reading pages and pages of tens of 20s and 100 of research articles, while we can tell ChatGPT to go and summarize those articles for us. So you do that, you take from one reference, you do next until you have completed your 10 references that you have copied from either Google Scholar or your research library. So once you have done and ChatGPT has given you the summary of your article. So this is the summary of your article. Is ChatGPT is giving you the article summary, the method that was used in that article, the key findings, and the conclusion of the articles, right? So once you have got all these articles, make sure you copy all these articles, right? And then all the articles, you copy them, and then maybe you are going to put them somewhere in a notepad or a Word document. So just make sure you come here and then you say article summary, and then you put the title of that article. You paste it here so that you know this summary came from which article, so that when you are doing your referencing using your either EndNote or whatever referencing tool that you are using, it will be able to capture it in a correct manner without plagiarizing your content. So what you are going to do, you place your article referencing there so that you know you bold it, and then you are going to do same thing for your 10 referencing. So once you have done that, you are going to copy all those summaries, and then you are going to say ChatGPT, can you please summarize these articles, and then you paste them there and create an academically aligned systematic literature review. You see the prompt that I am using, guys? I'm using a refined and personalized prompt. So make sure you talk to ChatGPT like your research assistant, or either you are talking to ChatGPT as your professional friend, right? Because ChatGPT is not just going to give you a robotic writings where each and everyone is going to spot it like it's a ChatGPT article, but it's going to write according to how you instruct it to write for you. You understand? So you are going to take that literature review that ChatGPT has created for you. Like you can see, these are the versions of your systematic literature review, right? So it gives you first the summary, like what I did. You are going to take the summary of all those articles. So the reason why ChatGPT is giving me the summary of each and every article is because I pasted the references. So for the sake of this video, I have pasted those references because I don't have the summary of all articles, and we actually have done our literature review in part 1. So that's why I'm just recapping, so that each and everyone who is watching this video can be on the same page as us and have a refined literature review so that we can move on. So once you have already your literature review, just copy and put it on your Word document. So guys, you can see that here we have already our literature review that has been generated. So this is our literature review we are going to use, and these are the identified gaps that we got from our systematic literature review. So make sure that you have understood the gaps that are already there so that we can continue. So once you have already your generated literature review, what are we going to do next? So we are going to use a second secret tool called Olovka AI. If you watched part 1, you know already Olovka AI, what does it do? And if you are here for the first time, you have to go and create your account in Olovka AI AI. I am going to leave the link below here so that you can create your account. But if you were watching part 1, welcome back and go and sign into your Olovka AI. So for those who are watching for the first time, this is Olovka AI and is going to help us write our research article. So it help you write your thesis, your research paper, your literature review, your essays, your case studies. So any academic writing that you want to do, Olovka AI is there to write it for you. It simplifies everything, guys. This is a secret tool that most of the smart PhD student, even your supervisor, is secretly using it and is not telling you about it. So go and check Olovka AI, sign in, create your account, and then we continue. If you have an account already and you've been watching part 1, go into that research paper that we have generated on part 1 and we are going to continue from there. So let me go and log in as well. So here I am in my browser and I am going to look for Olovka. So as I press enter, and I am going to select Olovka AI. So once I am in Olovka AI, so I'm going to log in, and it's going to take me straight into my dashboard. In part 1, we have created our research, we have generated our research paper based on the research topic that we have. And how do you do that? If this is your first time using Olovka AI, so you just have to go select a blank like research paper, you select academic paper. So once you have selected an academic paper, you are going to do what? You are going to place your article here. So you copy your research article, you are going to copy your research topic, and the next thing you are going to do is to place your title, your research title there, and you are going to select the subject. The subject that I recommend is your qualification. If you are doing research, computer science, you are doing engineering, medical school, like whatever area that you are in. So if it's medicine, so just put it there. And in my for myself, I am going to select information system, and it's going to ask you which languages that you want to write into. So there is different language that you can choose from. So you have English, British English, Australian English, you have Italian, French, German, Japanese. So Olovka AI covers a bunch of languages, and in this situation I am going to use US English, right? So, and then you have a document format. What document are we writing? So in this case we are writing our research paper, and I love Olovka AI because it refine your paper based on your academic, like it refine your paper based on the academic writing that you're doing. Either you're doing your thesis, your research paper, your essay, your homework. So it refines it based on the level of qualification that you are currently doing. And in this situation we are going to select our research paper. So once you have selected research paper, you're going to choose which referencing style that you want Olovka AI to go and reference your paper in. So some of the university use Harvard referencing style, API referencing style, Vancouver or Chicago. So you're going to select your choice, and my choice is APA referencing style. The next thing, press generate your paper, and what Olovka AI is going to do is going to give you an outline of your paper, right? So once it has given you an outline, you can review it, and if you are happy with everything, and press next, right? So this is what is happening, is actually generating your outline. So first of all, it's going to tell you like where does the writings are coming from. You can see how it's searching the current articles that have been published. So the good thing about this tool is that it searches on the internet the existing research articles that are there, so that our writings, like our foundings, our paper, is not just going to sound robotic, it's not going to sound like AI generated content, but it's going to get real references from real articles, and like it's going to give you a correct research gap that is already there, right? And once it has done, it's going to give you an outline of the writing that is going to do, and just go and press continue to outline. You can see the introduction of your paper, you can see all the subsections of this paper, and just select finish your paper, right? So once you are happy with each and every section and subsection that is Olovka AI has done, you can go and finish the paper. And just in case if you do not like what it has written, you can come here and remove section. Just press here or press plus sign to add another subsection that you want it to write for you. And once you have done that, just press finish your paper, and it's going to generate your article. Ta-da! You have actually generated your paper using my secret tool, Olovka AI. Congratulations, that is the first step. And if you have already generated your paper, let's go and refine our literature review and make it together sound professional, right? So this is our research paper that has been already generated. So what we want to do, like, just come here and check everything if it aligns well with what you're actually researching about. And then if you are happy, you know, some of you guys are so lazy and then be like, oh, I have already the whole research paper. And the good thing is that it generates your references. These references are correct because if you press the link, it's going to take you to the real article. So you can just copy that and then go and put on your Word document and say that I am done, my research is ready. But if you are a postgrad student, I understand the undergrad student, they can just copy and go and submit that. But for us as postgrad students, you do not have to just copy that research paper. We want to align it, so we want to make it our own using the secret prompt that is in the description below, and you are going to use the Olovka AI to refine well our research, our literature review. So what are we going to do? You can see on your right hand side there is chat with your academic writing assistant. So this is Olovka AI writing assistant. So what are we going to say? Based on the generated article, just go and copy this research title here, like on top. And the next thing that you are going to do, copy, paste it there based on the generated article, and then you copy the topic there. Can you please give me the overview of the discussed literature review, and then you press there. So what this AI is going to give you is going to give you a summary of the literature review that is currently available in that research paper that was just generated for us, right? And you can see everything that is already there. This is the overview of the literature review, right? So, and what you are going to say, using this literature review, please combine it with the following and give me a refined, systematic literature review. So what you want to do is to go and copy the literature review that you have generated already, right? So let's just go and copy it and you paste it there in our Olovka tool. So you copy it there and then tell it, please make sure your literature review covers the research gap and does not have any grammatical errors. Your response should be written in academic concept. So your response should be written in academic concept using citations and references in APA referencing style, right? So you press enter, and then what it's going to do is going to generate our refined literature review. So once we have our refined literature review, we are going to take it and just add it to our Word document. So let's go and see what it has given us. So this is the references. You can see it generated our references so nicely, and this is the refined literature review. So you're going to copy that and go back to your document. Just remove the literature review that we had earlier. Just remove it and paste this one there, right? So you have it there already. So you have to read everything, so make sure like it aligned well with your topic, right? So you remove the title from there, and you can see it giving us correct references. So this is the good thing about this tool. It gives you correct references. In-text citations are already placed there, and it gives you subsections, guys. So this is what I like about it as well. So you have subsections in your literature review, right? And everything is well explained. You have this section, the subsections, so you can go and read about it. And then the one tips that I like to do, you are going to remove this conclusion because you don't want to be sounding robotics, right? So you come back here and copy all your references. We are going to use these references because these references are correct references. Just copy them and go and place them in your referencing list, your reference list, and they are going to sit there for now, guys. So now you have a bunch of other references that you are adding on your reference list. So you have already your literature review, you have your objectives, your research questions. So once you are done, what we're gonna do, you go back to your research outline and what we have done. The second thing that we want to do, we want to create our research results. So what are we gonna do? We are going back to Olovka and then tell Olovka, based on the generated paper and your given literature review. Can you please write a detailed research methodology for this paper, and make sure you explained the method you used to collect and analyzed your data. So it's going to write a research methodology for you, and you are going to get it and read if it aligned well with your research topic and it aligned well with your research literature review. So this is what it has written for us. One thing I like about it, it gives you like your research design, your data collection method. Like we use a literature search using this search libraries, the journal, like data analysis method, and it explains the steps we use for thematic analysis. Like you have everything already, you have everything. So what you just have to go and do, you go and copy your research methodology. Go and copy your research methodology from here, and your research methodology is from this. So don't mind this, and copy and paste into your Word document. So we are almost done, we are halfway, we have done all the work already. We have done all the work, most of our work, and make sure everything is just well aligned. Right, so what are we going to do? So you have already your research title, so let's put it in a heading so you can see how far you are already with your research. We have our abstract, and you're gonna put it in 14, bold this. Right, we have our introduction, 14, bold it. We have our research questions, 14, bold it. We have our research objectives, and then our literature review is the and then these subsections you can either put them in heading 3 or just leave it bold, right? And then research methodology, and then you have all these things together. So you can actually come later and then just put these things in a table. So I'm going to show you how to do that in a bit, right? So let's continue. So we have our limitations, our ethical considerations. So everything is already here for us, and then what we are going to do next, we are going to ask Olofka to write. So let's see with our research outline, research discussion. So the last thing is a research discussion. Let's see if it covers limitations, data method analysis, and data collections. So yeah, so the last sections that we're going to generate is to generate our research discussion. Can you please write a refined research discussion based on the given research literature review, and also based on the given research methodology. Make sure you write it in an academic concept without grammatical errors or jargon. Please let it flow well let it flow well in a best structure aligned from the previous section. Okay, and then you press enter. So what we are telling it to generate a research discussion for us that is well structured from our previous section. So what it's going to give us is the research discussion, and then it flowing very well from our previous discussion. So what are we going to do? Like, you can even see it written there, conclusions. This is the research discussion. So we're going to copy all those things, and we are completely done. So we are going to paste it here. So we have now our research discussion. Everything is already there. Everything is already there. And then we have these subsection, and lastly we have this. The last thing we want to write, please write a well refined research paper conclusion showing what happened in our research and give recommendations for the next step. So now it's going to give us our research conclusion, and that is going to conclude our paper. So now once we have everything together, we are going to go through the whole paper. We correct the grammatical errors, we change the words if it does not sound well according to what we are doing. And once we are done with that, we are going to go and take our paper and put it our next tool. So let's go. So it has done. So this is the conclusion that it has given us and the recommendation. So we're gonna come and paste it there. So if we do not want, we're gonna just say copy this conclusion. We are going to take it, copy. We go to DeepSeek. So we're going to DeepSeek. If you do not have a DeepSeek account, you can go and create it. But if you do, then I need to summarize it for you. Here, new, please summarize this conclusion. And make it focused. And then you paste it there, and what it's going to do, is going to deep think, and then so in part 1, what I said, the good thing about DeepSeek is free. It's a power tool that is the power tool that is still free. You can use it and create whatever that you want with DeepSeek. As long as DeepSeek is still free, take advantage of it. Go and write your papers, go and write whatever that you want with DeepSeek, and then go to Olovka AI and refine your research according to your qualification. So how does DeepSeek works? Make sure you select the deep think and the search. So what does it do? It think about the question that you have given it and is going to create your answer. So we don't want the way it give us, because our conclusion is very small. So we want to tell it, please rewrite this conclusion and make it a bit shorter. So it's still going to rewrite. So if you don't like the responses that you get, you can go and tell it to rewrite it, whether to make it short, whether to make it long, according to where you want it to be. Okay, so we're going to copy that and replace it and replace our conclusion here. So we're going to remove that conclusion, and then we're going to paste this one, and then our recommendation. So we want to put our recommendations in a table, right? So you can go and put this in a table. So these are gonna be your titles, and then this is going to be in a table, your body and the table. So don't do like in conclusion, just remove that in conclusion and just put while AI, so it should not sound like it's a AI written article. So you can see we have already our 13 pages, and we have all the title, like everything that we want from our research. So we actually have the whole article that is already completed. We have our references and everything is actually there. So before we go to our final step, what we want to do, we want to take our research article and go paste it in Grammarly to check our grammatical errors. So the next thing, you have to go to Grammarly. You go to Grammarly. If you do not have a Grammarly account, just go. Grammarly is very free. It's free, so you can see like you have a free version and there is a pro version. So I am currently using the free version, so you can just go and also use the free version. But if you want to take your research to the next step, you can go and sign up for the plan version. So let's go with our free version. What we want to do, we want to create a new doc. Just go and click the new doc, and we are going to copy everything. Control and A, short keyboard keys. So copy there and just go to your Grammarly and paste it there. So now you see you have your whole research article that is already completed. So you have your research title, you have your abstract, you have your introduction, your main research questions, your objectives, your literature review. So everything is there, guys. Everything is there. So your research methodology. So what do you just want to do? We want to come here. You see the writing quality of our research is 98%. 98%. Give yourself a round of applause because you have created this research in one day. So if you are getting value from this video, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe here on this channel, and then we carry on to complete our paper. Goodness, writing quality is 98%. So make sure you just fix some of your small mistakes that are already there to correct like just accept the suggestions that you get from your Grammarly. So fix all those small mistakes. Your grammar should be fixed so that you don't have any grammatical errors. So you can see like some suggestions that they require you to use a Grammarly for, but we don't actually have to worry about that because our writing is already 98% and we are so happy about that. So once you have done correcting your grammatical errors, the next thing that you are going to do, we are going to our secret tool, and this secret tool is called Walter AI. That is where the magic happens. So you are going to Walter AI. So Walter AI, and then this is Walter AI. So make sure you say Walter AI. I am going to leave a link down below in the description so that you can use the right tool. So you go to Walter AI and then you sign in. Sign in, right? If you do not have an account yet, you can just go and create your account. So I am going to continue with my Google account, and once I have created my Google account, so I am in this Walter AI. So how does Walter AI work? So once you sign in, you are going to come here into a dashboard. This tool will allow you to humanize your AI text. It will allow you to detect the AI text that is already there, and then more tools are coming. So this is the home page. The home page, you are going to see these features here, and you will see all the other your project, like everything that you've been working with lately. So it's going to place them here. So the second thing, you can do the AI humanizer, and that's what we are here for, because we want to take our research and humanize it to sound like a human, right? So we do not want our research article to go and be detected with our university tool. So this is a secret, guys. So go and share this video to your friend that you love and keep this as a secret. Alright, so let's continue. So this is where you go and either you upload your document or you paste all your writings to see how much AI detection is already there in your paper, right? And this is where you manage your documents. So all the documents that you have worked with before is going to be showing here. You can come here also and work with languages. If you are using English, Spanish, German, French, so you can translate your work into different languages. So what we want to do, we want to come here to Humanizer, and then we're going to go back to our Grammarly. So what we want to do, so since we are using this version, so if you are using a free version for now or a paid version but you do not have that highest plan, it limits us. So you're going to paste like your words there. It limits us to 500 words. So what I like to do is just come and paste section by section, and then you refine it to your level. So what I like about this tool as well is either you are a university student, a high school student, a doctorate, you are writing a journal article, like choose what aligns with your writing. And the purpose of this writing, it asks you what is it for. I always like to select academic because, guys, we are academics here and we want to sound like academics. So even if you are a master's student, or either you are a PhD student, or you are actually an honors student, so if you are an honors student, so just go with whatever that you want to sound like. But I always prefer to refine my research as a doctorate, as a doctorate. And then you're going to press humanize and scan. You understand? So this tool is going to write your paper like you are a doctor. Like you are a doctor, like is going to refine it in a good academic manner. That is where the secret is. So you understand, this is a secret tool, and the secret tool, make sure you put it in your academic writing tools. Do not forget, either you go and sign for a pro version or you just use the free version. It's all up to you, guide. You understand? So this is the abstract, so just make sure you remove that. We do not want it. And then we are just going to use this. You copy here, copy, and we want to open a new Word document where we are going to paste all our work that is already humanized. So let's just go and do that quickly. So we're going to copy each and everything that we have to humanize it. So once you're done, just delete this. So once you have done all the humanizing things, so what you want to do is just come and make sure your titles are well aligned in a title manner, in a heading manner. So you put your titles there, and then your subtitles. Your subtitles. Your subtitles. Okay, and identify the research gap. So this thing here, so you can just come and put this in a table. So you can come and put this in a table. So it's up to you. You can leave it like that, or you can come and put it in a table. So when you put them in the table, so make sure everything is well aligned. So you can just go and do that by yourself, guys. So just make sure everything is well placed together. Your research title, all your sections are well aligned. And then once you have done your research discussion, so everything is already there. So make sure you work according to the font, and then recommendations. So these recommendations, if you want, you can also come and put them in a table, and then you just leave this last section as an introduction and your references. So once you are done, like everything is completed, so what you can just come and do, come and write your research title. Do not forget with your research title, and your research title is going to be placed there. You copy and you go and paste. You copy and paste. Your research title is already there. Okay, so we have everything ready. So you see your article is ready, your research is ready, so you can go and work on it. Like, you do not have to worry anymore about how to write your research topic. Just go and add your blank cover, insert a blank page. So once you have a blank page here, so what we want to do, we go to references, and then we insert our table of contents. So our table of content is there. So how do you insert a table of content? A table of content, you go to references, you go to table of content, and then you just select whatever that you want it to be there. And then I like my table of content to just be on either 11, just to feel good, either bold or not, so it doesn't really matter. And my table of content is already there. So do not forget to add your page numbers. So you come and insert here, insert your page numbers, bottom, and add your page numbers. So your page numbers are already there, and we are sitting on page 13. The next thing that you can do, you can just come here, you insert a new page and put your cover page, and you are completed. Congratulations. If you are still on this video, it shows how dedicated and serious you are about your research paper. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to know more about how to do your references using your using an academic recommended referencing tool, please subscribe on this video so that when I create a video on references, you can get a notification, and ring that bell and subscribe to this channel so that you don't have to miss anything that I am going to create. So thank you for tuning in, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting this channel, and I will see you in the next video.